Hey guys, Mr. Abby's Missing, bringing you episode 29 of Let's Play Tales of Xillia. Last time, well, we were able to chase down Elize and Alvin, and, well, Tipo is not quite the same anymore. And this time, well, we're gonna head back into the Royal Hunting Grounds and back into Xian and see where our next destination leads us. If I'm not mistaken, we should be... Oh, maybe not. Oh, wait. So we can fast travel, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We've already seen the Royal Hunting Grounds. Not much for me to find, so let's go ahead and just see what we got.
Something on your mind?
Huh?
You haven't been yourself since we spoke to Zhao.
Yeah.
I heard you followed the bad guys into the hunting grounds. I was worried.
Well, it was an eventful manhunt, but we made it back in one piece.
I'm so sorry you all got dragged into this. What a horrible coincidence.
Isla, you can drop the act.
What do you mean? I really was worried about you. Why would I lie about that?
Jude, what are you saying?
I'm saying it was no coincidence we met Isla. Remember what those locals told us when the bell rang for the finals? At tournament time, any outsiders are either combatants or spectators.
Right. I recall what she said when she came to help us.
You folks don't look like you're from around here. What brings you to town?
No one here would need to ask that. Not at tournament time. You were ordered to make contact with us. By Exodus.
Isla, that's not true, is it?
They said you'd never find out. They promised. But I had no choice in the matter.
They blackmailed you, didn't they? They know your secret.
Your former occupation.
They asked, wouldn't it be a shame if Jurgen found out? What happened to the girl breaks my heart. But I had no choice back then either. Please don't tell Jurgen.
He doesn't know.
How could I tell him? He's a good man.
But it's all in the past, isn't it? Your fiancé should know these things.
You're a woman. How can you not understand this? I'm damaged goods. If he found out about my past, he'd leave me. I finally found happiness with Jurgen. For once in my life. Please. Don't tell him. Please.
I doubt I'll ever understand human love. It has so many rules and conditions. What should we do, Elize? You decide.
Me? Why do I have to?
This woman's actions affected you far more than us.
There's nothing I can do to make it up to you. But please, forgive me.
I just don't care anymore. Elize is all alone now, no matter what you do. We better try to find Jurgen. We need to talk to him about the wyverns.
What's wrong, kid?
Isla said there was nothing she could do to make it up to Elize. But did she actually try? Is there really nothing she can do?
Isla is the only one who can answer that question.
Well, that was a dark turn. Anyway, so our next destination is to find Jurgen. Not really sure where he is, but first we should view the skit Gambling Troubles.
Hey, sounds like they allow wagering at the Xian Coliseum. Want to give it a shot?
Leia really loves to gamble.
Count me out.
That's surprising. You seem like the type who would enjoy that sort of thing.
Gambling's a big thing in my hometown. I've seen it go wrong time and time again.
Oh, come on! We'd just be doing it for fun.
The folks who lose their shirts all start out saying that. It's the first rule of betting. If you're just goofing around, don't gamble. If you want to gamble, don't goof around.
So, in other words,
Only gamble when you're willing to stake everything.
Exactly.
Little dramatic, don't you think?
If you really want to play, I'm not going to stop you. Just some friendly advice.
Alvin sure got serious all of a sudden.
maybe we should take his advice.
Yeah, let's skip the gambling.
Alright, so... Oh, I guess we can view the skit, Alvin's acquaintance.
Maybe I should pay a quick visit.
A visit to where?
Oh, did you overhear that? It's nothing. Just an acquaintance who lives here is all.
Alright, let's go ahead and visit who I think he's talking about. I think he's going to be talking about his mom, so let's go ahead and visit Alvin's mom if we can. Alright, let's take a try. Ho ho.
Who's this?
My mother. She's not doing too well. I don't have a father or any siblings, so I have Violet look after her when I'm not around.
Well, hello.
Hi.
It's nice to see you, Balin. Slipped out of your house to come play, did you? What a shame that Alfred isn't here to play with you now. Where did that boy go off to?
What is she talking about?
Leticia, Alfred's away at boarding school, remember?
Oh, yes, that's right. That poor boy must be crying his eyes out. He's so shy, and he always gets so lonely.
Don't worry. He sent a letter saying he's fine.
Oh, yes, and that he'll come home for his next break. I promised we'd take a trip on the big boat when he does.
I know. Alfred said he can't wait to go.
You know what he said in his letter? He said he hoped that I wasn't crying. Isn't that funny? He's such a kind, thoughtful boy.
Being away from our hometown has been tough on her. And my dad dying didn't help. All she talked about was how she wanted to go back home to the house we all lived in. Maybe she's happier now that she's forgotten all about that life.
Oh,
You've been doing all this for your mother?
Yep. All these dirty jobs, it was all for Mommy. Touching tale, isn't it?
Alvin, you don't have to be like this.
Spare me your sympathy. It's all rotten in the end. It's enough to drive me crazy myself.
Excuse me.
Got something to say?
Listen. You know that I was an orphan too, right? If I hadn't gotten involved in that line of work, I never would have survived my childhood.
In other words, don't say anything to Jurgen.
Also, I don't want to look after Leticia anymore. And I want you to tell Exodus to leave me alone.
I'm afraid I can't do that. Only Exodus can make the medicine my mother needs. And you're the only doctor shady enough to prescribe it.
I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go straight.
Sorry. But I think it's a fair price for keeping my mouth shut.
How could you? All I want is to live happily with Jurgen.
And you can. as long as he doesn't find out about your past. All done.
But she's crying.
Yeah, she's a big old crybaby.
We're just gonna leave her like that?
If you're so worried, go console her. Comfort the poor, tragic princess.
Man, we need to really dish this town. This is getting just getting worse as we go. Oh man, I'm pretty ready to say goodbye to Xian. What about you guys? Alright, I'm guessing Jurgen's gonna be up with the dragons. I could be wrong, but you never know. Nope. Alright, so let's try, I guess, cross our way to the inn. I'm going to guess that the trigger's probably going to be somewhere around there, if not here. Let's see here. And it looks like we have another sub-skit, Introductions in Xian.
Remember that beautiful woman I saw you speaking to in Xian?
Carla? What about her?
How odd that you never bothered to introduce me.
Do you want to meet her?
What's this? There's someone you want me to meet? Oh my. Well, I suppose it would be rude to refuse.
Oh my god, Rowan, you're such a troll. Leave it to Rowan to try to lighten up the mood. Oh, it looks like we found the trigger, and, well, we might have missed the skit. We'll see afterwards.
No sign of Jurgen.
I hope Elize is okay.
Something has been troubling me about these booster devices. Do you remember the experiment Noctigal was conducting at Fort Gondola? Might that have been a test of the booster's capabilities?
You're suggesting Rashagal already has booster technology as well.
That would be a logical conclusion.
That's not good. Even kids like Elize are strong if they have boosters.
If both countries were to wage war with booster-equipped soldiers, it would be a catastrophe unlike any the world has ever seen.
Would they really risk having such a destructive war?
Noctigal might. He seems convinced that he could actually win.
Especially since he has the Lance of Kresnik.
Oh, here you are. Isla told me you were back in town. I'm so relieved to find you safe.
Thanks.
Are the wyverns you promised us ready to ride yet?
Yes, but there's a hitch. Now that we're on the brink of war, we can't fly the wyverns without royal permission. For that, I'll need to head to the capital, Canbalar.
Hey, maybe we should warn the King of Azul how ugly things will get if war breaks out.
The king does seem pretty popular. Do you think maybe he'd fight alongside us?
Whoa, hold on. This is a war we're talking about here, not a tavern brawl.
I'd like a face-to-face chat with the king myself, but for a different reason. I want to ask him for the truth behind the laboratory. It's crucial that we meet the King of Azul. We'll head for Canbalar right away.
Okay. I'll get my things together.
What does Mila mean by the truth behind the laboratory?
Apparently, Elize wasn't the only kid they kept at that place. Lots of other children were brought there too.
Did Zhao tell you that?
If the king truly wishes to protect his people, he'll give me the answer I seek. If he gives me the wrong answer, I'll remind him of his duty. I'll make him swear to never resort to such methods again, by any means necessary.
Good idea. Let's go pick the king's brain. Oh, I just remembered. All our luggage is back at the inn.
Let us go fetch it.
I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Alvin. You did well back there. I knew I could trust you to protect Elize for us.
Well, I was prepared to honor my promise. Keep the faith, oh hallowed spirit.
Never a dull moment with that guy.
Soon enough, I'll have to prepare myself too.
Huh?
I am strong enough to destroy the Lance of Kresnik as I am now, without the Four's power.
Wait, you sure it's a good idea to destroy it with the 4 great spirits still trapped inside?
They would likely not survive. They would lose their forms and disintegrate.
But I thought the 4 great spirits couldn't die.
Eventually, new great spirits will appear to take their place. But they will be a different 4, with different wills.
So that means the 4 great spirits that you know, the ones that were always with you, they would just disappear?
A spirit's personality and memories are unimportant. What matters is a spirit's existence itself. Still, I doubt the 4 will forgive me for this.
You really care about all spirits, don't you? Not just the great 4, but the lesser spirits too.
Not just spirits, humans as well. To me, all lives, human and spirit, are equal and precious.
Let's head for Canbelar.
Alright. So let's go ahead and view the skit, Exodus' Shadow.
It seems that Exodus has slipped through our fingers.
There's nothing we can do about that now. They must be as desperate as we are, given their behavior.
And what do you intend to do about Alvin?
If we send him away, he'll only follow us. And we can't neutralize him by force without risking our own lives. Therefore, the safest solution is to keep him where we can see him. Besides, for good or for ill, that man has the power to change the circumstances of any situation. That is not a power to be dismissed lightly.
Nor is the wisdom of the Lord of Spirits.
Alright, so let's go ahead and view the nostalgia for Nia Khera.
Do you ever think about Nia Khera?
Ivor will protect it in my absence. There's no need to worry about the village's safety.
Oh, I wasn't asking about that. What I meant is, do you ever get homesick?
Oh. Sometimes I do miss the purity of Nia Khera air.
Well, if you ever want to go back, just say the word.
Although, are we allowed to go back? Oh, I guess we are. Okay, I might consider that. Oh my goodness gracious. And let's view the skit, a hotel for the night.
Are you okay? We should stop and rest.
No, I'm fine.
You shouldn't push yourself.
Alright, I think Carla is in the inn, maybe?
You don't look so good. Maybe we should take a few days off.
No, we can't afford to do that.
Ooh, ow! Such agony. I think I just threw out my back again.
Oh no! My, acute hiccup disorder. It's totally flaring up.
That sounds pretty serious. You two need to get some rest.
Please!
Yes, please. Ow, ow, ow!
Very well. I'd hoped to get an early start tomorrow, but I guess we can push our departure back a bit.
Does your asperixis still hurt?
No, not as much as before.
Before it was so bad that you passed out from the pain.
Without the asperixis, I wouldn't be able to stand, let alone walk and fight. To me, there is no greater pain than having something to do and being unable to do it. Thanks to this, I can do what I have to. The pain is a small price to pay.
How's Mila doing?
She's pushing herself too hard.
Mila's so composed that it's easy to forget sometimes. But the fact is, she's making a difficult journey after suffering a terribly debilitating injury.
And taking it easy doesn't seem to be in her vocabulary.
If only there was some way to alleviate her pain. Even just a little.
If only we had a heart herb.
Oh, of course. Heart herbs are renowned for their ability to relieve pain.
Yeah, I learned about them in my pharmacology class. When used in aromatherapy, they're supposed to ease the tension in both body and mind.
They're also rare, bordering on extinction. I wanted to get a heart herb for a special lady once, but I couldn't find one anywhere.
I'm sure it won't be easy to find, but I want to try, for Mila's sake.
Alright, well, with that taken care of, oh, and just as I thought, Carla is in the end, so let's go ahead and give a chat to her.
Sorry, I wasn't able to speak with you earlier. I'm Carla Outway. It's lovely to meet you.
I'm Mila.
Rowan, a pleasure to meet you.
Carla's a historian and a teacher.
That's very admirable of you.
Not at all. And how about you? You won the tournament, right? That makes Elize one of the youngest winners ever.
Really?
Remember what I told you about Master Hemming? He won his first tournament when he was 14. And until Elize showed up, his record was never officially broken.
And what about unofficially?
An astute question. Unofficially, the youngest person to win the tournament did so at 12, the same age as Elize. He was a young boy who fought his way to the final match alone without even using a Lilium Orb.
Are you sure he wasn't a spirit?
No, of course he wasn't. His name was Erston Outway.
Erston Outway? Is he related to you?
My brother. This happened 20 years ago.
But why wasn't his victory officially recognized?
Our father was the chief of the Outway tribe. But we were a small tribe, and the other tribes used their influence to change things the way they saw fit. That's just how it was back then.
So you're saying his win was taken away?
Yes, it was his opponent's doing. He belonged to a tribe that was very close to the king.
20 years ago. That would place it before the dawn of Azure. Before the current king took the throne, the chiefs of several large tribes ruled alongside his predecessor.
Many people were killed back then, but our current king put a stop to that.
I see.
Anyway, I have an important errand to run. See you all again soon.
Imagine having a hard-fought victory erased like that. I wonder how Carla's brother felt.
I used to be quite a martial artist myself. I defended my position as the Army's second strongest fighter throughout my military career. If it were me who was robbed like that, I'd have hunted down my opponent and thrashed him again when no one was looking.
Rowan, you play pretty dirty.
So what would you do in that situation?
Me? I can't even imagine.
Lore, boys. I don't know if we've actually explored this in fully, so I'm gonna actually go kind of looking around, see if I can't find any hidden items or anything before moving on. The heart herb that was talked about in the previous subquest can be found in the next area in which we are going, so we will probably be collecting them on the way. Let's see, holy bottle there. Let's see, I feel like there's probably a mysterious jewel somewhere in here. I'll probably have to go hunting for the rest of them later, since I've probably missed a few already. Alright. And I think I do want to pay a visit to a couple of old places, so we're probably not going to be advancing any further today. Sure, whatever. Alright, so that's that explored. Alright. So we have a sub-event for Niakara. We want to also move forward for the Heart Herb quest. We can also do a little bit of fighting in the Colosseum as well if we really wanted to. Not on my list of things to do, however. Let's see here. What's over here? Oh, hey, there's a quest person.
You're all travelers, right? Have you seen much of the world?
Yeah, I'd say we've seen a good bit.
Then let me ask you a question. What do you think of extreme spirit climbs that exist throughout this world?
Well, nothing really. Extreme spirit climbs are pretty common, right?
That may be true.
I'm sorry, who are you again?
My apologies. I'm a geographer. I've been studying spirit climbs on my travels. During my recent studies, I arrived at a new hypothesis. Fenmont's night climb, Lakudam's sunset climb, Kajara's water climb, and Burmia's wind climb. There may be a common reason for why these climbs all evolved in such radical ways. Perhaps what was once a single uniform spirit climb has become warped by some unknown power.
So what we consider to be normal may actually be an extreme deviation by historical standards. What an interesting idea.
Thank you. Most people say I'm crazy, but it's still just a rough idea at this point. I mean, I can't even postulate the existence of a power so huge it would have that kind of effect on the world.
But it's questions like that that lead to scientific progress, right? Please tell us if you find out anything.
You got it.
Well, Mila might know something about that, but it seems like nothing else here. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and pay a few visits to a couple of old locations, because I do know of some events. So, before we go to Niakara, I actually do want to visit Hamel. The reason being is because there is a little side event that we can view, I believe, at this point. So, we're going to go to a place where, we're going to Elize's shed, rather. And we're going to go ahead and head into the basement.
So this is where they kept you, huh?
How long were you in here?
I'm not sure. Really long, or kinda short. It was a blur.
What would have happened to you if we hadn't come along?
The big man always used to say that I should try and get along with the villagers, so that maybe I could live here one day.
I'm sure he meant well by that. But you can't just ask a kid to live alone in some strange town.
There sure are a lot of barrels here.
Don't drink from those! They're full of strange juice that makes you dizzy.
This is porridge wine. It's a type of liquor that glows in the dark. The longer it ferments, the mellower the taste and glow. After 10 years, it'll shimmer like the moon. That's why they call the top shelf version Moonlight.
You sure know a lot about it.
Naturally.
This flavor certainly is deep and rich. This may be one of the best things I've had.
Hey, that's stealing.
Don't worry. Something like this won't faze me. Oh, nothing bad's gonna... Oh!
But it just did.
I just said it makes you dizzy!
It went straight to her legs.
I never would have guessed that was Maxwell's weakness.
So yeah, we're probably supposed to view this skit way earlier, but I don't know. It just occurred to me that since we're going to go around, that we should probably take a look at some of the older locations to see if we can't find a few things. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and head into Niakara and see what we got. Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything particularly eventful, unless they were talking about maybe going to visit the Spirit Way. Oh hey, some more pigs. That's right, guys. Don't get them confused. That's right, guys. Don't go be eating pig ears or whatever. Oh, looks like we triggered something.
If you'll excuse me, I think nature's calling.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up. No need to keep us posted.
Lady Mila, welcome home! Your timing is impeccable.
Oh, wow. It really is Lord Maxwell.
I knew it the second I laid eyes on her.
Who are these people?
They came here looking for you. They claim to be acquaintances of yours.
Don't you remember us? We all played together when we were children.
Oh, of course I remember.
Are they the ones that gave you the glass bead?
That's right. We heard rumors of a village that worshipped Maxwell, and we came to see ourselves.
We really wanted to see you again.
Now that I think about it, I do recognize your faces. It was so good of you to come.
I'm pleased as well. Lady Mila doesn't get nearly as many worshippers as she deserves.
You guys should catch up. We can entertain ourselves for a while.
But
that would be great.
Maybe we could chat about the old days, for old time's sake.
Go for it.
Very well then. Come, let us talk at my shrine.
I guess we'll just hang out at Ivor's house then.
Good idea.
Hey, you can't just invite yourself over like that. Although, naturally, my house is always ready to receive visitors. Here, I'll prove it to you.
I never thought I would get to see you two again.
I know. We didn't realize that you were actually the real Maxwell.
Who would have thought that the little girl we played with that day would become our sworn enemy?
Exodus? So you two were...
Yes, the Children of Exodus members.
The only survivors from the Exodus primary base that you so viciously destroyed that day.
If our parents hadn't sent us out on an errand, we'd have been killed too.
Is that right? Yes. I suppose it was while I had the 4 hunting down survivors that I met the two of you.
To think that we were playing with the monster that murdered our families.
Maxwell, you're going to pay dearly for what you did to our brethren that day.
Allow me, Lord Maxwell.
Alvin.
What? Why are you helping her?
What kind of bodyguard fails to protect his client?
Kill them all! Set your Spyrexes to full power!
Farewell!
Take this! The name's Alvin, and don't you forget it.
Thank you.
Hey, I've got to do something to earn my keep.
How did I fail to realize until now? The members of Exodus are humans too.
Of course they are. What, did you think they were monsters or something?
No. Deep down I knew. But I cannot spare any who would use a Spyrex, no matter what or who they may be.
Come on, let's get out of here. Everyone's waiting for you in Niakara.
Wow, you really do keep this place tidy. What would you charge to clean my room?
It's all part of a handmaid's duties. And now I'll show you how a handmaid makes tea. It'll be just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks, but you really don't need to. Oh, hi Mila. Back so soon?
Yes, we said all we had to say.
Don't tell me they confessed their true feelings for you.
In fact, they did.
Really?
Wait, hold on.
Don't worry, my path has not changed.
Yeah, I trust you.
All right, back to it then.
All right, twerps. Soon you'll be feasting your lips on the greatest tea you've ever tasted. And you'd better appreciate it, because... Huh? Where'd they go? Ah, all that premium tea wasted! This is going on your list of crimes, phony!
Oh, Ivor. What would we do without you? Probably a lot, actually. Let's see here. So that was Ivor's house. I think that's more or less all we can really do at this point. I think there's one thing I want to check on, because I think I might have at some point or another acquired items from something. Also, I want to hop into Zagat Flood Metal very quickly. Just to, I guess, to discover it. Alright, so I'm going to actually head to Sherrilton next. To check on two things. One, I'm going to turn in the jet black feathers that I've collected. And two, I'm going to check the pink quest thing that's been going on. Alright, we received 10,000 gold for the jet black feathers, and we have a total of 140, which is pretty significant. But I'm going to hold on to them for now. But it is good to know that we can actually buy a bunch of things. And actually, we just earned a title, Jet Black Buzzard. Oh, and I actually just got a trophy from that too. Huh. Apparently, in my first playthrough, I did not collect that many jet black feathers, so that's kind of interesting. Oh, and that is a horse. Okay. So now I'm going to go check the pink side quest thing for Elize. Oh, actually, there's a quest right here. Let's take a quick look-see. Okay. Okay, they want orange soup. I don't know if I actually have it on me right now. Oh, I do. So let's give her a small orange soup. Oh, silly Rowan. And we get the Item Sphere Plus, so we can equip more items into the Item Sphere. Actually, speaking of which, I should probably take care of that at some point, because I don't know if it's actually up to date. Alright, let's go ahead and view this and see if we actually acquired one of the items.
I brought more proof! How you like them peaches?
You're good. With this, you've proven yourself as an intermediate pinkist. But that cute pink thing can only be shown to pro pinkists. It's the law.
There's a law for that? There super is!
You can't let them beat you.
Calm down, Jude.
How can I become a pro pinkist?
You have to bring us something every pinkist dreams of. A pink emerald. If you can do that, we'll accept you as one of us.
We'll super accept you! Okay, let's do this!
Alright, okay, so we don't have a pink emerald as it turns out, so we'll have to go and get that some other time. Anyway, I think that's kind of all the side questy errands I wanted to take care of, so I'm going to go ahead and head back to Jeondu, and we're going to end it off there. Let's go ahead and go for the Lakudum High Roads entrance. See, and actually, if you guys wanted to know, over in that direction, I believe there is a... Well, let's look at the map. Right. So actually, over on the docks on the right side, I believe, yep, there is a link to Zagat Flood Metal. So there's actually a alternate area of complete optional that we could visit at some point or another. I, however, am not going to do that. This episode has been running quite long as well. So, yeah. So, that's going to be pretty much it for me. So, this has been Mr. I Was Missing. And next time, we're going to go ahead and head on our way. And maybe I'll do a little research into a pink emerald, and maybe we'll grab that as well. Looks like lots of save points at the end, so we're going to end off in the end again. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.